Most of you are running two separate businesses and wondering why you're twice as tired. You've got Agrico in one hand and Mobilis in the other, and you're treating them like strangers. You're pushing two different rocks up two different hills. You don't have a growth problem, you have a friction problem. I'm releasing the Flywheel Audit, the industrial strategy to make your Agrico profits accelerate your Mobilis acquisitions. We are going to kill the isolation tax and turn your holdings into a self-reinforcing engine of dominance. The masterclass and the Flywheel integration ledgers are live. Link in bio, spin the wheel. Stop acting like a serial entrepreneur and start acting like an industrialist. If your fish farm doesn't make your transport company stronger, you aren't building an empire, you're just collecting hobbies. Most of you are bleeding energy in the gaps between your companies. You're paying full price for external logistics for your fish, and your boats are searching for external clients while your own harvest sits at the dock. You are suffering from structural friction. You are working twice as hard for half the momentum because your right hand doesn't know what your left hand is doing. You are a hustler trapped in silos, and silos are where capital goes to die. It's time to stop starting businesses and start locking them into a single lethal rotation. The winner of the next decade isn't the one with the best product, it's the one with the most unstoppable momentum. In a flywheel, every turn of the wheel makes the next turn easier. Agrico isn't just a farm, it's the fuel for Mobilis. Mobilis isn't just a transport company, it's the vein for Agrico. When your fish profits fund the next boat, and that boat lowers the delivery cost for the fish, you create a downward pressure on costs that your competitors cannot survive. The Flywheel Audit is your surgical tool to identify the heavy spots where the wheel is sticking and replace them with greased integration. If the wheel is spinning, the empire is winning. It's time to stop pushing and start spinning. Look at your current organizational chart. This is the before state. It's a world of static units. You have Agrico over here, struggling with last mile costs. You have Mobilis over there, struggling with load factor. They are both profitable, but they are both fragile. You're taking the profit from Agrico and putting it in a bank account where it earns 2%. Then you're taking a loan at 12% to buy a new boat for Mobilis. Your capital efficiency is a disaster. You have intercompany friction because you haven't defined the SOP for how they serve each other. You're an owner who is paying a stranger tax on your own assets. You are operating a static engine where the gears aren't touching, and you're trying to move the machine by pushing each gear individually. You are exhausted, and your momentum is zero. Now let's visualize the after state. This is the Coryphea flywheel. In this state, you have synergistic velocity. Agrico produces high-margin tilapia. That profit doesn't go to the bank. It goes into a war chest that triggers an immediate Mobilis acquisition. That new boat is specifically designed with a cold chain hold to move Agrico fish at 0% external markup. You have vertical dominance. Because Mobilis lowers Agrico's delivery cost, Agrico's net margin jumps by 15%. That extra 15% is reinvested into BSF larvae production, which lowers Agrico's feed cost by 30%. Your flywheel ledger shows that every dollar you spend is working 3 different jobs at the same time. You aren't scaling, you are accelerating. You have territorial locking because your integrated cost structure is so low that any competitor who tries to enter your lagoon is committing financial suicide. How do you cross that bridge from static to spinning? You use the flywheel integration ledger. The bridge is built by the daily discipline of friction removal. Step 1. The internal first mandate. Every service required by Unit A must be audited against the capacity of Unit B. No external contracts until the internal wheel is full. Step 2. The profit migration trigger. Define the exact milestone where Agrico's excess cash automatically funds the down payment for the next Mobilis asset. Step 3. The cross-unit SOP. Create the handover protocol where the farm manager and the fleet manager operate on a single shared dashboard. This bridge is governed by the momentum check. Every 90 days, you audit the weight of the wheel. Are the acquisitions getting easier? Is the cost per unit dropping? You reinvest your efficiency gains into InnovTech, shared logistics software, and centralized financial management to ensure the gears are perfectly aligned. This is how you move from working for your businesses to owning a machine. You are training the ant to align the gears so the alpha can watch the world spin. By now, the awareness should be absolute. One business is a job. 2 integrated businesses are a fortress. You've heard the protocol. You understand that isolation is the enemy of the alpha vision. But a flywheel audit is just a diagram until you look at your intercompany accounts and face the reality of your stranger tax. I am using this exact turbine logic to build Alpha Holding. Mobilis doesn't just exist, it exists to make Agrico invincible. I've made the Flywheel audit protocol and the integration ledgers available to you. I've uploaded the dynamic spreadsheets, the ones that track your internal service ROI and your acquisition acceleration, to my Patreon. This is the industrial manual for the entrepreneur who is ready to stop pushing and start spinning. I am not looking for business owners. I am looking for architects of momentum. On the Corafia Patreon, you are getting the steel, the intercompany contract templates, the capital migration roadmaps, and the framework for building your own sovereign dashboard to dominate the 2026 industrial landscape. Your task for this week is clinical. Perform a friction audit between your two largest units. Identify one service you are paying an outsider for that your other company could provide. Kill that external contract by Friday. Move the first gear. Master the wheel. Own the market. Go to the link in my bio. Join the Corafia Inner Circle on Patreon. Download the Flywheel audit and start your momentum pivot today. The horizon belongs to the one who can keep the engine turning. I am Parfait Eddie, and this is Corafia Strategic. I'll see you on the inside.